Guys, I tell you what, this is the biggest update I have ever given. No rubbish, we're getting straight to the point. This is a big update, the biggest I've ever had as a YouTuber, so stay tuned, it's going to be amazing. Right guys, so I'm going to keep this short and sweet, although you know me with being short is definitely correct, and sweet doesn't really work very well together, so I try not to blabber. But when I started this YouTube, I never imagined I would be where I was. Now this was indeed a hobby, as you all know, and this started after I was the organiser of events. So I came back and I found that actually I was trying to run events and do video at the same time, and really we're now here 2 years later. Now my YouTube has always been a hobby, and realistically it's always going to be. I'm never going to be famous, I'm never going to be all that sort of thing, let's just be real. But it's definitely something people have been looking at and watching. Now, the reason why I'm here today telling you this is, first of all, to be a thank you to everyone. And that is for one simple reason, and that is that in the space of this past year, up until literally last week, I have actually finally monetized on my channel, which is something, to be fair, I never thought was ever going to happen, and indeed it has. Now, what that means is there's something much more important than that. Now, obviously, you know, to this date, we're probably 4 days in, yeah? I think I've made about 50 pence on YouTube, or projected to make 50 pence on YouTube, so I ain't going to be no millionaire out of that. But what I want to say is, it's just a massive thank you to getting me to that point, and I will be investing the money I do make, very little of course, in my channel. And as you guys remember, it is still a project for me, and it's something that I do in my spare time around my very busy life doing everything else that I do. Now you guys are going to get rewarded for all the likes, all the shares, all the support over the years, and that is going to be that I'm going to now fundamentally put more time and effort and money into my YouTube channel. Now the production of what I'm about to tell you is going to take probably 6 months. It's going to take a long period of time, but something very big is coming. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce you to this new series. And if you're thinking, oh no, not another new series that he does a few episodes of and doesn't have time to do. This is genuinely one that is actually happening legitimately. And basically what's going to happen from that is pretty damn mental. And actually it's a lot of things that other YouTubers are indeed doing that I really want to jump onto and do as a challenge for myself. Challenge might give it away what it is. So guys, new for this year is the £1,500 car challenge. And I'm genuinely going out with £1,500 to buy a vehicle. Now what vehicle that's going to be will be defined in that video, and all the rest that follows. But I can tell you this vehicle that I shall be buying for the grand sum of £1,500 will have to take me all the way to the NURBURGRING in Germany. And not only do that, but it will have to complete also a large set of challenges. Now I'm not going to list the challenges here, because the first episode for that series is going to literally be A and B out in the description of this video now, so you guys can jump straight onto that and see what challenge, whether it is fairly impossible or possible, I don't really know, but you'll get to see what challenge I am setting myself for this next 6 months. So the challenge is to buy a car and for it to get me to the Nürburgring in the next 6 months. Now obviously I need to make sure I start saving my pennies up for that, but I have got the 1,500 ready to buy this car. And I tell you what guys, it's going to be one hell of a series, and we're going to be probably doing 4 to 8 episodes. I'm going to come up with a load of challenges, and you never know what's going to progress from this. And actually, do you know what? It's going to be mad. I just watch other YouTubers and think how amazing the stuff they do, the £1,500 challenges, back with Top Gear back in the day, and now I'm actually here and I'm actually going to do it. So literally in the next week I am off to hopefully go and pick up my vehicle for that, and in the first episode, which is in the link below, you will see myself and Kirsten looking for our subject and our vehicle of choice. And what can I say guys, stuff like this is now happening because you guys have got me here. You never know, the next few years, if it becomes more of a hobby and there is something I'm benefiting more out of it with money, and it's becoming a bigger thing and we're getting more people involved, you never know where it's going to go. But this is the beginning. Only 2 years later from really starting this, we are kicking off with our first ever £1,500 car challenge. So guys, thank you very much for the continued support. It is amazing. Obviously every penny that I will be getting, and it will be pennies because of course I don't get that many views, it's just a hobby, you know, it's just one of them things, but every penny will be going towards doing these exciting challenges. And actually, yeah, I've just bought a car for £1,500. What have I done? So guys, thank you very much for the support this year and getting me to where I've got. I never really thought it was going to happen. Don't take this very seriously, but maybe it's time to step up and take this challenge. So guys, jump in the description below and check out the first episode of this series. Now I will just say before I finish that this may take quite a period of time in between uploads to be made. Some of them can be done straight away, some of them can't be. I will endeavour to be able to do Nürburgring by the end of this year, which is approximately 6-7 months. It might end up being next year, depends on finances, time off work, whether the vehicle even literally completes all of the other tasks we've got set over here in the UK for starters, including a high mileage challenge and other track orientated things. So yeah, I'm not going to say no more. I'm going to say jump over to that episode and guys, enjoy this along with all the other content coming through 2023. So thank you to each of you, and let's just see where this one goes.